What is up, YouTube? I'm Mike D. This is the Whack and Shack, and if you're here, you already know what it is. Right off the rip, I'd like to apologize for yesterday's video. It was a crap video right from the rip. It seemed like every time I tried to hit the record button, somebody beat on the door or a truck would roll by and just chirp the tires. The equipment kept malfunctioning. I was in a salty mood. We're in the middle of a house being delivered, and everything's kind of like not the way it's supposed to be. So I just threw one together, get it out to you guys. It's been a while since I put a video out there, but I made a deal with myself. Before I started this, I wouldn't make crap content. I wouldn't make just the same thing over and over again. And yesterday, I kind of broke that promise to myself. I was going to delete the video, but that kind of sat with me for a little bit, and I figured, you know what? I'll leave it. Everybody has bad days. Come back tomorrow with a better video, and they can see what one day can make. That being said, today we're back to DIYs. I'm going to show you some cool stuff, some easy stuff you can do here in the shop. Same tools we've used before. Let's make some cool shit. All right, so what I'm planning on making today is a little bit different. I haven't seen any of these online. I think they're actually pretty cool. Happened to find them when I was just scrolling through the web and everything like that, and I'd be like, wow, it'd be really cool if they'd make one of these into something like this. So we're kind of smashing two ideas together on this. We're going to take these fairing strips, find them in the back of the Lowe's, back there by the crap pile. Usually come in bundles. Super useful if you're into DIY, not DUI. Don't be into DUIs. DUIs are bad. Anyways, we're going to cut a 22.5 degree bevel on each side of this, both of these actually. And I'll get it set up over on the table saw, and we'll start the video back. And before you safety Nazis come on, I got them in. And a push stick. So, we already got the bevel set at 22.5. The overall width from the blade to the fence is 1 1/8 inches. Don't forget to add in the kerf of your blade. Your blade is actually 1/8. We're going to do that with both of these. Alright, so got our bevels cut on each side of them. This next part is completely up to the builder. You need to set up a stop block on the fence of your miter saw. And this is entirely up to the builder. You can set that up at 1 foot. You can set it up at 3 inches. It don't matter. Good news is, out of these, we'll probably be able to get a couple lengths. The only thing is, we got to get at least 8 sections of this. So we're going to get to that now. Yeah, you thought I was going to do it, didn't you? Ladies and gentlemen, I have committed a mortal sin. Norm Abram, please forgive me. Somehow I'm smack dab in the middle of a YouTube workshop, and I am completely out of blue painter's tape. Never thought it happened, but it has. So today we're going to hope and pray that some electrical tape will work. For what I want to do, I think it might do the job. I got the ideas for these whenever I was actually clicking through YouTube shorts and found something pretty cool, but I also found something else pretty cool, and I didn't want to make something that somebody else had made, been done a million times over. I want to make something that had my own little twist on it. So when you lay these down, you want to lay them long edge to long edge all the way. And you can play around with whatever way you want to lay the wood in here. I picked the two pieces I did in particular because the different textures of wood, different grains, different knots. Kind of want them to look rustic. Please let it hold together. That'd be awesome if it did. All right, so once you raise these up, you should be able to turn them in on themselves like so. and you're going to have something that resembles a beer stein. This is not a beer stein. I've seen about a million videos on them. I think they're super cool, but I don't want to do something that everybody else has done already. So we're going to lay these back out. We're going to fill the gaps in between them with glue. We're going to roll them back up. We're going to wrap it with some string on cylindrical objects like this. String will kind of help hold it in place. And I think I'm going to cut some more wood because I might go ahead and do another one of these while I'm waiting. Probably wouldn't hurt, especially planning on selling stuff. Make them in bulk. People buy stuff in bulk sometimes. Never know. People might want them for a wedding. Be back with you all in a minute. What the hell. Figure I short stroked you yesterday. Go ahead and glue up with the second one. That way you can see that we're not making steins. Blue tape would be awesome. All right, so this one's dry enough to work with at least. So my idea, and hear me out, we're going to build a cap for each side of this and completely enclose this. We're going to build a bottom for this one. And then I'm going to take these over to the miter and I'm going to put an angled cut, a slight of an angle cut on this one, and a more drastic cut on this one. Probably about there or something like that. So we'll have roughly 3 different sizes. There's no actual size these have to be. Once again, this is out of the top of my noggin. But I think when they're done, they'll actually be pretty cool. So next clip will be over with the miter saw. All right, hear me out. I got a piece of sacrificial wood in there where this is octagonal. It's got a flat base on the bottom, flat base on the back. I've got the piece of sacrificial wood clamped against the fence of the miter saw. And it's got 4 solid good pieces of contact plus the 2 clamps. Don't do this at home, folks. Let me get my glasses. Be real slow. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. All right, so got these all cut, 3 different sizes, 3 different angles. We're gonna go ahead and go through the grits and sand them up. I'm gonna start off with probably a 120. Knock off all the rough edges and kind of soften up the outside just a little bit. We still want it to be kind of rough looking. So I'll speed through that, but we're going to do that together. All right, you could literally stop the build right now, go to the final step, be done with it. But I'm a sucker for using my lathe, and I use it every chance I get. And I dawned on me at the last moment like a lightning bolt in the back of the noggin, a little jolt of creativity. I could do something really cool with this with some wire I've got laying around. So drop the camera down here, and we're going to give each one of these just a little bit of love. I would recommend before you do this, make sure that your glue is dry and that you got the teeth oriented in here to where they're going to grab on the inside of this because this is an octagon. All right, to finish these off, I've got some copper wire here from back when I used to make jewelry, and a drill. And Little secret, depending on how you pulse the trigger on the drill and the speeds of it, you can get, see how every right about an inch there is just a difference in the twist, which is really cool. So I'm thinking about taking that and inlaying it around the bottom. We'll set it in the inlays, get it set in there flush, and then I'll come back to you to show you how we attach it. Once that's set in your groove like that, if this is a piece of jewelry, we'd treat this extremely different, but it's not. So we can do this with this. We are going to take the same drill that we just had it chucked up in, double it over, and then twist it. What that'll do is it'll set it in there. Not only does that give it a cool aesthetic, it actually reinforces your product. So we're going to do that with the other two and get back to here in just a second. All right. So, yeah, I'm really digging the inlays on these. Now in typical whack and shack fashion, we're going to set them on fire. We're kind of going to set them on fire. I like the way they look. Let's check them out without the lights. All right, y'all. Had a hell of a time building this. It was a blast. I really needed this to kind of get on my funk. That being said, material cost on this is next to nothing. I think I had like $1.85 in the wood to make all this. Matter of fact, it was scraps. I'm just doing the math. In case you wanted to buy it, you could do it. Like $1 in candles. Buy like 12 of them at Family Dollar for next to nothing. If there's anything I would change on the build, I would probably get some bigger candles so that self-center their holes in a little bit. Kind of don't like the way the flame gets too close to the wood. Stuff tends to catch on fire. It's a no bueno. That being said, it's a fun build. I mean, you can paint them, stain them, stack them as tall as you want to, build them all crazy with different lengths of wood. Matter of fact, once the house gets here, I'm probably going to do a nice set out of walnut. I like them that much. Do a little bit of stainless and copper braid on the bottom of them. I think it'll turn out pretty nice. If I do that, I'll make sure to get y'all some pictures of it. Once the house gets here, I'm going to take the CNC and the laser engravers. I'm going to set them up in my office. I'm going to do a full CNC enclosure. I'll probably do a build video on that. I got a buddy of mine. I'm going to try to talk him into coming over and wiring it up. So the shenanigans on that ought to be pretty cool. That way, when it's balls cold out here in southern Ohio, I don't have to come outside and get frostbite. It tends to happen. You'll get sunburnt one afternoon, then freeze to death the next morning. It's just the way it works down here. We're accustomed to it. But I'm rambling. Every once in a while, we get in a funk. I don't know what it is that got me out of mine. Honestly, it might sound corny. Kind of felt like I owed it all to you guys to like do something better. Mama didn't raise no bitch, so we ain't gonna do that. I ain't going to keep you on here banging all night, but thank each and every one of y'all for checking out the channel. Thank everybody that's subscribed, all that stuff. I want to do some live streams here in the future. I think that'll be pretty cool. Let me know in the comments if that's something that you guys would be interested in. Shop talk, whatever, laser, CNC. Might learn something from you guys. Other than that, like, subscribe, wear deodorant, and be a nice person. Is that good? Yeah. All right. Peace. I'm out.